Hello, everybody, and welcome in. It's PMA up in the house times two going. Let's go. Much love, brother. Hope you're having a fantastic evening. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So it is our final race for round 9 here from Flatout Racing North America, sponsored by GTR Simulators and Apex Racing Team, and of course, our graphics powered by High Pre Graphics, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host for the evening, GT45 Gaming, and welcome in. So it's been a long weekend of racing here so far. We've had those Mercedes from the AM division going hard all race long out there. We had the Elite division on Sunday. Not going quite as hard per se battling wise, but definitely pushing the times out there. And pretty interesting race finish in the Elite division. And then we had Pro-Am 1 lobby broadcast live over on Nolander Gaming as well Sunday evening. And that race, boy, oh boy, what an incredible finish that race had. And if you haven't seen it yet, you should really go over there and check it out because it was intense, ladies and gentlemen. And then we had our Pro Division race last night. Pro guys battled out pretty good for a small field all race long. Had some fireworks right at the end of the race again. So, are we going to see fireworks here in our Pro-Am 2 lobby? I guess we're about to find out in just a few minutes' time, ladies and gentlemen. So, as it has been all week long, it is a 25 lapper around Daytona road course, ladies and gentlemen. It is with the Subaru BRZ here in the Pro-Am 2 division, and I have no idea what to expect from these cars personally. I don't actually have any real viable information. I haven't even watched the Pro-Am 1 race yet, actually. As a matter of fact, myself, I haven't had time, so it's a mystery. So one-stop, two-stop strategies are probably in play. However, just judging on what I know about this car and how this car does with fuel and the type of track that the car is racing on here today, I don't think we're going to see a whole lot of one-stop strategies here. I really do think we're going to see a pretty two-stop dominant strategy. I could be wrong with that, though. These cars are just a beast on fuel to keep them in the high power range, to keep the times up in optimal times, and this racetrack has a lot of open space to run and open any car that you're on the track with up. So these BRZs are going to consume the fuel. The rate on that, of course, is 3 times fuel and 4 times tire, ladies and gentlemen. The tires aren't really going to be a factor here for these guys, so there is a little bit of play there within the two-stop strategy as well. You might just only stop and take fuel for one of those stops and not swap tires. I mean, anything is possible. We've seen some pretty crazy strategies out of the Pro Division, especially last night, and the winning strategy being a very modified two-stop strategy with a very short medium tire stint right in the middle. And that driver ended up coming out with a great race win last night. So let's see what happens here in Pro-Am 2. Got 12 drivers on the field here today, ladies and gentlemen. So it's going to be very interesting to see how all these awesome racers sort themselves out. So I'm a little out of touch with what's going on here with our Pro-Am 2 guys here. I haven't had the opportunity to broadcast one of the races here in the last couple of weeks. So let's take a look at the standings. So, leading coming into round 9, ladies and gentlemen, is THG's Tyrone Colby with 136 points. He's got a pretty sizable lead over Sweaty Palms in second with 112. We have Phoenix from OBR with 109 in third place. We've got Suderman from Flying Fox Racing sitting there in fourth with 83. Weeglib with 56, and Williams right behind with 55 points. So very close to these two drivers and teammates as well. Mid-season starters here, so already up in the mid-pack in the standings as well. We got Mao in 8th place with 49. CB Matt with 48 right behind him in 9th. Apex Racing's Cupcake just a few points behind there in 10th with 44. We've got Icer Budsy with 39. We've got RJ there with 35. Tubes with 31. Average Tom with 27. We've got Kanji with 26. And a big win for Kanji last week, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you that did see the race. And C. Berry with 23 points. So things are about to get a little bit spicy, I think, here in this Pro-Am 2 division. Obviously, Sweaty Palms needs to make ground up on Tyrone Colby, so where Sweaty Palms finishes today is huge in comparison to where that Tyrone Colby finishes. Phoenix, much of the same thing. He's a quick driver. So anything really can happen here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, and we're looking pretty good on the time, so we're going to flop it right on over here. Let's just get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. And we're going to go boom. And there we go. 12-car grid. You can see it is almost sunrise here at Daytona, ladies and gentlemen, today. So drivers on track. Track's looking pretty good. Looks like it's a fairly clear sky right at the moment in behind these drivers. So on pole position is Kanji, ladies and gentlemen, and that is our winner from last week in his debut. And it's kind of funny, all the drivers that seem to be debuting here in the series throughout the season have been winning or doing very well on the podium all season long. So it'll be interesting to see how he responds here tonight in his second race of the season. We have Williams sitting right beside him in second place. Starting out our second row is his teammate Wegleb. In third, Phoenix right there beside him. In fourth place to start off row 3 is Sweaty Palms. Right beside him is Mystery Man. Start off row 4 is CB Matt, and right beside him is SoCal there in 8th place. Sooner Man coming in to start row 5 with in 9th place there from Flying Fox Racing, and sitting beside him is THG's Tron Kobe. Starting off row 6 is Fuentes, and sitting right beside him is Barry. So our championship leader not doing very well in qualifying here today, ladies and gentlemen, and that's a little bit interesting. So without further ado, are we ready to go, chat? I don't know if we're ready to go yet. Let me do a quick little take a look at everything here. I feel like it's not working on the Flatout YouTube. Interesting. You guys can hear everything okay over here on Facebook? Scott Arthur coming in with a thumbs up. How you doing, my guy? Alright, I'm just making sure I'm seeing what I think I'm seeing here. Alright, everything's looking good now, I believe. We don't have any game audio because I don't have anything happening. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, kick them tires, light them fires, it's time to go racing. Boom, alright. Let's get this thing going, ladies and gentlemen. So we are down to 4 reds already, 5 reds. And are we going to see a quick light here tonight? We're waiting for that green, and it is green, it's green, it's green, it's green. And a little bit of a pile up there on the pole side of things. Oh, we got a driver making a 3 wide immediately, trying to Phoenix going right through there. Going to take up second place right ahead of the Stealth Racing team there. So they're side by side going into turn 1. Let's get in this mid-pack here and see what happens as we're coming around the corner. A little bit of contact coming into corner 1 here between some of those guys in the back. Ooh, one's getting a little bit wide. That's Phoenix there. He wasn't a part of the contact, and we got a couple of cars without liveries. We got lots of cars without liveries here. Holy moly. Alright, so we're not going to be able to see some of the liveries on track here today, apparently, ladies and gentlemen. So Strone Kobe in 10th, Fuentes in 11th, SoCal. Must have had an issue here at some point at the beginning of the race. In 12th place, a little bit behind here. So Kanji in the lead. Now he did start on pole, so he started off, got a good start. Now he's in the race lead. So pardon me, ladies and gentlemen, I apologize. Wegleb now moving up into second place, and Sweaty Palms up into third here for Flying Fox, eating a little bit of extra curb there coming into the corner. And ooh, they almost piled up there, so a couple of the guys having to make some maneuvers there not to make contact with the other drivers. Now it looks like William cost him a spot there as well. Phoenix here in 4th place with Mystery Man. Now in P5, we have Williams here in P6. We've got Barry in P7. Flying Fox Racing, ladies and gentlemen. Suderman right in behind as well. Another Flying Fox racer. We can't see his livery tonight. We got THG's Tron Kobe, our championship points leader, here in 9th place, so he's moved up a spot. Fuentes here in 10th. Matt all the way down to 11th. And SoCal here, not too far behind, but already behind. Not good spot for him very early on in this race, but it's Kanji out to the very, very early race lead here. Phoenix has gotten around Wegleb here, so Wegleb must have made a bad mistake going through the bus stop here as he's lost that position to Phoenix, and Sweaty Palms and also Mystery Man here, so dropping 3 spots into 5th place is Wegleb there. I'm not sure what happened there, but definitely moving a little bit slow on exit there, and that gives all these guys back some position. So Sweaty Palms up into P3 here, and here we go. It looks like Mystery Man was going to take a look there, but he went really in deep on the brakes, and he had to bail out of it there, so he's just going to tuck back in behind and wait for a better opportunity, but he's looking awfully racy here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's jump on board with Mystery Man here as he's going up the inside. Not on board. We're going to go outside and chase cam here because we don't want to miss the move. And it is going to be Mystery Man here up into P3 ahead of Sweaty Palms. So, great move there. Sweaty Palms here in 4th place. Now we have Weeglip in 5th. And something tells me we need to keep an eye on this little pack right here. Quite a bit here early on in the race. We've got Barry and Sooner Man there giving him a little tap into the corner going, come on mate, let me help you out here. Of course, teammates there, we got Tyrone Kobe now up into 8th place, so Williams having a rough start to the day here at Daytona, dropping all the way down into 9th place. Oh, is he going to make a move here? He's going to look up the inside of our championship's point leader, Tyrone Kobe, and he is going to go up the inside, so he should be able to get the job done here as he comes around. Let's see what happens. John, my guy, how you doing? Much love. Appreciate that like on the stream, brother. And we gotta turn that down because it just screaming in my ears. There we go. Alright, so, what did we miss here? We got Williams now down into 10th, so Fuentes has moved up into 9th place. Tyrone Kobe back up into 8th place. Woof, some rough start there for Williams. Matt here in 11th, and SoCal is trying to catch up to these guys here, and that's unfortunate. That may cost them some fuel as well, trying to catch up to the pack. So rough start for that driver here early on tonight, but it is Kanji in the early lead here, and a 1:46.274 is now the fastest lap on the racetrack here. And this will change, of course, as the cars lighten up and guys get on some tires and all that's great stuff. We have Phoenix now in 2nd place. We got Mystery Man here in 3rd. We've got Sweaty Palms in 4th. We've got Sooner in 5th with Barry right in behind. So Sooner has gone around Barry to take a position there and going to move up into 5th. His teammate right in behind. We got Weeglip all the way down into 7th here. So the other Stealth Racing driver here having a little bit of a rough race, and boy oh boy, almost lost it coming out of the horseshoe, and there's 2 more positions just like that as Tyrone Kobe and Fuentes go by here. So Matt now in 10th place, Williams here in 11th, and SoCal in 12th place, and a little bit of rough start here for the Stealth Racing boys on track today. We got Eduardo coming in with that thumbs up. How you doing, my guy? Hello, GT45 and all. Hope you're doing great, John. Phoenix chasing. Good, solid 3-4 seconds here from the leader already. We got Mystery Man here in 3rd place, and I wish we could see some liveries, but we can't see half the liveries in the field here today. We have Sweaty Palms here in 4th. We've got Sooner in 5th place. We've got Barry in 6th. We've got Trone now up into 7th, so slowly but surely Trone's picking his way through the field here. We've got Fuentes right behind in 8th. Weeglib in 9th with Matt right in tow. So Matt's just going to go, thank you. I'm just going to go ahead and take that position. And now he's going to move up into 9th, and Weeglib's going to drop down into P10 here. So interesting. Teammate Williams right there behind. Maybe a little bit by design here. Maybe these guys were just working back towards each other so they can work together and have a drafting partner. Commentator's intuition just kicked in there, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be interesting to see how that develops over the next 2-3 laps. We do have Kanji here looking really, really strong here in 1st place, so very early on in the race, and some momentum here for this young lad, and he is putting it to work. Phoenix here in 2nd place. You can see that overtake boys racing on the side of the car there. Team OBR here, and he's been having a fantastic racing season. Mystery Man in 3rd place here as well. We've got Sweaty Palms in 4th with Sooner in 5th place. We've got Barry here in 6th and Trone in 7th. Fuentes is still tucked right in behind Trone there, and he seems pretty content right there in behind the championship points leader right now. I would too. I'd be wanting to be tucked in behind that guy and let him help me work through the field. Matt here in 9th with Weeg and Williams just in 10th and 11th in behind here. And then we have SoCal in 12th, and he is starting to make some time up here on these guys up in front of him. So he's been pushing, it's been working. Venom. Let's go, Trone, says Stefan. Go Kanji, you got the Venom. Oh, okay, I see. It's looking pretty good out there to start this race off, that's for sure, ladies and gentlemen. It's lap 4, and he's already opened up a pretty sizable lead here on 2nd place driver Phoenix. Third place driver Mystery Man has been trying to work on gaining on Phoenix here, and he hasn't really gained a whole lot of ground, but he is on a PB right there as well because he comes through that sector. It's Sweaty Palms here in 4th place, and this is our 2nd place in the championship standings here, trying to chase Trone down. So right now he's got a couple of positions on our current championship points leader. Sooner Man and C. Barry, teammates here, working pretty well together in 5th and 6th place as they're pushing up the field. We got Trone and Fuentes here. Fuentes maybe tried to go on the outside of Trone there, but didn't have the momentum to get the job done, so he's just going to have to settle back in behind Trone coming into turn 1 here, and let's see if he tries to make a move through the next couple sectors here. He does take a look up the inside there. He took a really short line around turn 1 there, and it didn't seem to really pay him any dividends as Trone had a good racing line exit there, I guess, as we're coming into the horseshoe here. And the guys are all looking pretty solid here. So the only driver we've seen struggle there so far, was Weeglib. He got a little bit too early on the power coming through this corner and lost that car a little bit, but it seems like they got it sorted out now. And SoCal's right there. He's gaining time on these guys. You can see him up there now. So it is Kanji with the race lead, though. Stefan coming in with that thumbs up. Victory Pacer. He's saying, hey. Alright, unfortunately we can't see the livery because we've got about 4 or 5 cars on the track. We can't see their liveries tonight, so we're just going with it here. And nice little glitch in Gran Turismo apparently. So it is Kanji for VPR Racing here in the lead, and running some pretty solid laps here, 45.7 right now, fastest lap on the racetrack as well. So Phoenix here in 2nd place, and he is definitely a little bit off the pace here. He's gonna say 4 seconds behind, judging off the time splits. Mystery Man here with a 46.9, so he's starting to settle into his rhythm here now, it seems like, as he's getting a little bit of fuel out of that car, so it's losing a little bit of weight a little bit quicker. We have Sweaty Palms here in 4th place, and very quickly these guys have spaced out. Sooner Man now starting to break away from his teammate Barry there in behind as well, but Trone's starting to pick up on Barry here a little bit, so Trone's starting to close the gap up. Fuentes still right there in behind, so he's just chilling right there in behind Trone Kobe currently, and he's just satisfied with rocking and rolling in behind the championship's point leader right now. CB Matt here in 9th place, and he's starting to close up. Ooh, gets it a little bit wrong there going into turn 1, goes a little bit deep, but he manages to keep it on the track there, so that was a good job by Matt there. Gonna lose a little bit of time on those guys. Weeglib here coming around in 10th, and Williams just coming around there in 11th in behind, so these two drivers haven't quite been able to hook up close enough yet. And then we have SoCal here, and they're really starting to gain on Williams. But it is Kanji now. Could also maybe this be a little bit of fuel management strategy coming from Weeglib and Williams as well? Are they maybe attempting a one-stop here today? I guess we could, that could also be something that could be happening here out of those two drivers as well. Let's go, boys. Keep her clean, says Larry. So I'm not sure who the mystery man is. New driver? Potentially. But in 3rd place, looking really good here. Not being able to see the livery doesn't really help me really identify who they are, or if they race for a team or anything like that. But Flying Fox Racing currently sitting here in 4th place with Sweaty Palms. So they got, what, 3, 4 drivers in this particular division. And they're all basically in front of each other here right now. So Suderman in 5th, right behind his teammate Sweaty Palms. In behind him is C. Barry. So all 3 of those are Flying Fox Racers. We have THG's Trone Kobe here in 7th. And Fuentes here still trying to get around him on the outside here. And he just hasn't been able to make this move work yet. But he got a better run on Trone there. But again, Trone's going to have the inside track coming into turn 1 here, but they are dead side by side coming in this time, so let's see if Matt can get the job done. Going to look for a cutback here, but Trone gets power down real early. Ooh, he went wide though, and that is going to be the position there for Fuentes, so great patience there by Fuentes, and Trone went a little bit wide there, eating a little bit of grass, and that cost him position there from Fuentes. And that's not going to allow Matt to close in on him here as well, so that was some great patience there by by Fuentes there, and just waited for Tron to make a mistake, and then just got an easy pass there. So it's Weeg in 10th, Williams, his teammate, right there in 11th, and he is starting to become under fire here from SoCal as well. So let's see what we got going on. We don't have any real battling happening here. Again, these guys, clean racing for sure. Hey, absolutely. These guys have settled out and separated quite quickly here. So Phoenix here in second place. Let's we'll wait. We'll let these guys come around here. They're almost at the end. Let's go see if we can see anybody real closing up. Anything happening? We had some nice little battling happening between those two drivers. Now we might have some battling happening here between Tron and Matt perhaps as well. So Tron's not having the best run here today. Again, now maybe he's on a different strategy than the rest of these drivers. It is really hard to say, but definitely not showing the pace that we know he has in him here today. So, you know, we could be seeing some one-stop potentials here maybe is what I'm starting to think. And I don't know. We'll have to see. We've seen a mixture of 1- and 2-stop strategies out of the Jags. In last night's race, I'm not sure how these guys handle the race in the Pro Am1 lobby. Again, I haven't had a chance to view it myself yet. I'll probably do that tonight. So it's all a surprise for me here tonight. And he's trying 1:45.4 now is that fastest lap. So he keeps improving on that fastest lap, and he's a little bit up on it through that sector there as he's coming through the infield here. So Kanji looking very strong, and we're starting to have some of our drivers come into pit lanes. So we got Sweaty Palms, we got Soonerman, we got Barry, we got Tron, and we got SoCal all coming into pit lane on lap 7. So my theory on Tron potentially doing a one-stop strategy here obviously is wrong. So looking like a 2-stop strategy here for Tron. So some of the drivers coming in early. Let's see what the rest of the guys do here. Now the top half of the field has not pitched yet. So let's see how many laps it is before all these other drivers opt to come into pit lane here. Kanji's just coming out of the bus stop here. We have Phoenix just coming into the bus stop here. So there's a fairly sizable gap there now. We've got Mystery Man here, and he's just slowly but surely reeling Phoenix in here, but it's not significant. We have Fuentes here. He's now up easily into 4th place all on his own. Matt's here up at the 5th, of course, with all these pit stops. So we do have our race leader now coming into pit lane. So Kanji has come in for his first pit stop here. Phoenix is going to go around again, so he's going to take the race lead. So our second race leader of the night is OBR's Phoenix here. That is our first lead change of the night here, and that is due to a pit stop, of course, with Kanji. Mystery Man is going to go back around here as well. So Kanji coming into pit lane here. There we go. See him getting those tires in that fuel. Fuentes is going to go around. We got Matt now coming in as well here on lap 8. So you can see some of these drivers are on different tires. We got Weeg and Williams. What are these two going to do? And it looks like they're both going to stay out. Sweaty Palms was the first one to pit. Where is he going to come out in relation to these guys up in front here? I think Kanji is already way out of pit lane here. Let's go see through our field here. So it's Phoenix in the lead with Mystery Man in second, and Fuentes holding down podium here. So we have still got Kanji and Matt in pit lane. Weeg does manage to come out ahead of Kanji, and so does Williams. So Weeglip in 4th, Williams here in 5th, and there's Kanji right there side by side with them on some fresh tires though. So let's see what happens here between these two. Right now he's going to give way to Williams up in front here in 5th place, but I do suspect that we're going to see a pretty quick battle here from Kanji on Williams up in front. We're just going to stick with these two here for a couple more corners and see if Kanji's going to make his way around. Now, he just came out of pit lane, so his tires aren't up to temperature yet. They're still a little bit slippery on the road surface, so he's got to be kind of gentle on them until they start to get up to optimal temperature. Once those tires get into optimal temperature range, then we'll probably maybe start to see a little bit of pressure applied from this driver, but we'll have to see what happens here in the slip. A little bit of bobbling. These cars are so low to the ground, and the banking's so steep here at Daytona. And there we go. Kanji does get around Williams there for 5th place, so no real dispute there from Williams here in 6th place, just letting him go by. Doesn't want to cost himself or that driver any unnecessary time. Sweaty Palms here in 7th, with Soonerman still in behind in 8th, and Barry still right there in behind him in 9th, but Barry has a whole lot of Trone Colby bearing down on him here in 10th place. So let's stick with these two here for a couple of minutes as Trone Colby settles in behind C. Barry here on the racetrack, and let's see if Trone can find his way around here. You can see that slip is starting to pull Trone right up to the rear of this car here. Is he going to give him a push? Oh, he is going to give him a push, so he's not looking to battle here with Barry currently on the racetrack. He's looking to start working his way up towards that 8th place driver Soonerman. So this could benefit Trone, or this could work out to be against Trone, as he's going to be putting two teammates up in front of him, nose to tail. Oh no! And Barry eats the wall. That was unfortunate. You can see he just got a little too tight into turn 1 there and made contact with the wall, and I suspect that is what happened to THG's Corey last night in the pro lobby as well. So that is super unfortunate there for Barry, as Trone Colby's going to get the easy pass and the easy get through there. SoCal coming around here right now, and you know, it's funny, there's a little bit of an invisible wall there when you're coming into Daytona turn 1 on the road course part, and you can't see it, but boy oh boy, it can catch you. So we got our race leader now coming into pit lane, which is Phoenix. We have Mystery Man following him in 2nd place as well. Let's see what Mr. Fuentes is going to do here. Is he going to dive into pit lane as well? Yes. So let's see what Weeg does here as he comes around here in 4th place. They got a little bit of time to make up here, but they should have no problem getting around these guys, as the pit stop's going to be about 50 seconds to a minute, depending on the amount of fuel that they take. An admin check-in, stay winning, winner circle. Hey, love you, Joe. Welcome in. Come in with that like as well. Pro-Am 1 was fire. The finish is great. Hey, that's what I heard. So Fuentes, top 3 drivers in, so it is going to be Kanji. He's going to take the race lead back here as he comes around. So second race lead change of the night does go to Kanji. It's the 2nd time now he's led this race here tonight. Weeglib is right there in 2nd place and behind. So Kanji just gotten around Weeglib coming into the sector there, and you can see Phoenix come right out in behind Kanji there. So OBR's Phoenix going to be right there in the fight for 1st place here. So 3 drivers almost nose to tail here in 1st, 2nd, and 3rd place all of a sudden. So the pit stop's stirring up the action here at Daytona. We'll be keeping a pretty close eye on that. Let's just go through our field here really quick, take a little peek, see what's happening, make sure we're not missing anything. We got Fuentes still in pit lane here. He should be coming out just ahead of those drivers. That is correct. So, and SoCal's just coming around here, so he has made a pit stop, but we're going to go back to the lead here, as we might see some pressure, some happenings here between these drivers right now, 1st, 2nd, and 3rd place. So it's Kanji back in the race lead. It's Phoenix here in 2nd place, and Weeglib chasing here in 3rd. So boys are looking racy tonight, chat. That is for sure. Williams still in 4th place here as well. He's a little bit behind that front group though, so we're just going to pop back up to this front group, and already they're spacing out here. So Kanji's already building a lead on Phoenix. Phoenix is just trying to stay in that slipstream, and he's already opened up that gap on Weeglib. Now obviously Weeg and Williams are on some older tires here, as they're like I said, apparently looking like they're going to do a one-stop strategy here. So interesting strategy. We have to see if it works out for these two. We got Mystery Man here in 6th place after his pit stop. We got Soonerman in 7th with Trone chasing in 8th. Matt is behind there in 9th with C. Barry in 10th after that unfortunate run-in with the wall there on turn 1. Fuentes closing in here in 11th, and it shouldn't be too much of an issue for him to get the pass done here, as of course Barry there does have some damage obviously with the contact of that wall into turn 1, and Fuentes is on fresh racing tires, so he had no issues getting around there for 10th place. So Barry here in 11th, and SoCal now trying to catch up here at 12th place. So there is a potential for position here for this driver, yeah, so he definitely can't call it quits. You never call it quits because it's racing, ladies and gentlemen. Anything can happen. So it is Kanji, and he's still holding that fastest lap on the racetrack right now, currently in the race lead here. Phoenix still in second place chasing, and this has been the story much of the race here so far tonight. We're almost at our midway point here. We got Wegleb here in P3 and Williams here in P4, and these two just haven't quite been able to hook up nose to tail here. I feel like they could do some really good damage together if they could link up, but it's going to be Sweaty Palms getting the job done here on Williams now, as he's going to move back up into 4th place for Flying Fox Racing as well. So a great move taking the outside line there, and he's going to get the job done well in time before the bus stop there. So now Williams going to try and tuck into that slip there and try to keep up with that driver. Mystery Man starting to close in here as well in 6th place. Sooner Man right there in 7th. So the driver's actually kind of closed up a little bit here with the pit stop. So the strategies must be fairly varying between all our drivers to close them up like that. Fuentes in 10th, Barry and SoCal here. So not a lot of battling. Very quick, precise moves here being made tonight at Daytona for our Pro-Am 2 guys. And they're just making them passes clean, quick, and precise, and just getting on down the road. And I mean, that's clean, efficient racing right there, ladies and gentlemen. But Kanji in the lead, and he's got OBR Phoenix to worry about. This guy can race. He can put some pressure on, so he's just making sure that race leader ain't getting too far away here this time, as he coming around that big old horseshoe there right now. And 1.1, maybe 1.2 second gap from 1st to 2nd place here currently. Wegleb lost touch with these guys fairly quickly, but again, he's on older racing tires. Sweaty Palms just gotten around his teammate there for 4th place just a few seconds ago. And speaking of, he's now under fire here from Mystery Man as well. So let's jump on board with Mystery Man here. We're going to get our drone cam out here, as Mystery Man should probably have no issue closing up that gap and maybe even getting the job done here before the bus stop. We'll have to see what happens. That would be ideal for Mystery Man, so he doesn't lose too much time on that guy up in front, Sweaty Palms from Flying Fox Racing. And he is on the outside there. Ooh, he's trying to squeeze him a little bit tight on the high line there, but he's just not giving an inch, and he's just going to slot up ahead just in time for the bus stop here. And that is going to be a 5th place position swap there for Mystery Man. So now Williams will be under fire from Sooner Man here. By the end of this straightaway, maybe by the bus stop at the end of this lap, it's hard to say. But we're going to be seeing some of these drivers making pit stops here again probably pretty soon. So with that being said, we see Wegleb coming into pit lane here right now, and his teammate Williams also dropping into pit lane. So Sooner Man's going to move up into 5th place with that pit stop. Tron Kobe will also grab those positions from Wegleb and Williams and move himself now up into P7 as well. So that'd be a good gain for Matt. Tron Kobe up into P6 now, my apologies. Fuentes should grab those spots as well here. That's going to put him up into 8th place. And let's see if these guys come out in front of SoCal here. I think he's going to scoop up these positions, and so is Barry as well. So it's going to be interesting to see how this one stop works out with these other guys who have to make another stop yet. Going to be very interesting. But it is Kanji with the race lead here so far. Let's go, Tron, Team THG. Hey, facts. Bob Cross coming in with 100 stars. Let's get a hashtag Bob up in that chat. Ladies and gentlemen, appreciate you, Bob. Much love. Thank you so much for that extra support with those 100 stars. We really, really do appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much, my man. Appreciate you. Nolander, Raid. Hey, welcome in, Raiders. Welcome in, B-Fam. How are we doing? Hey, Tam, coming in. How are we? So it is Kanji in the race lead, and it is Phoenix now chasing. So welcome in. Good timing. We're about halfway through this race here, ladies and gentlemen. So we're just getting to the good stuff. And Nolander coming in with that thumbs up. Tam coming in with that thumbs up and the share as well. Thank you so much. Sweaty Palms here in 3rd place, and he is now looking to hold down this final podium position. Mystery Man is chasing here in 4th. We got Sooner Man in 5th place here as well, and he's been looking really good all race long. Championship points leader Drone now up into P6, so slowly but surely he's been picking his way through the field from P10 here. We got Matt in 7th place, Fuentes here in 8th. We've got SoCal in 9th, Weeglib and Williams in 10th and 11th after those pit stops. And unfortunately for Barry, he's opted to go in, fix that car up, and he's going to lose a little bit more time on this field here. So the man everybody's chasing is Kanji, and boy, this young man has been looking fantastic so far in his early racing debut at Flatout Racing. He had a big debut win last week, and he's coming in and he's leading this thing here at Daytona in his 2nd race of the season. And this is just a young man, ladies and gentlemen. So I don't have any much more details than that, but he's got a bright future in sim racing, that's for sure, ladies and gentlemen. Got Corey Hawkins coming in with that thumbs up as well. Tam also coming in with the follow. Much love, Tam. We really do appreciate you. Thank you so much, and welcome to the Winner Circle community. Hey, VPR says Bob. Hey, another 100 stars coming in from Bob Cross. Let's get that hashtag Bob ×2 in the chat. Let's light that chat up for Bob Cross, ladies and gentlemen. Coming in with another 100-star bomb. Absolutely legendary, my man. Appreciate you so much. But Kanji looking solid. Let's jump on board here. Let's go secondary. Let's take a little peek at this Subaru BRZ from our roll cage camera here. You can see it getting jostled around a little bit with the bumpiness of Daytona. Now, you know, the banking doesn't get shown any justice here in the game, unfortunately. Daytona is a crazy banked racetrack, and if you've ever seen it in real life or watched a real life race on Daytona, the cars are sideways, it looks like, when you're inside the car going around the banked ovals here at Daytona. So these cars being so low to the ground and so reliant on aerodynamic force, it's got to be awfully hard on these cars in that serious banking around the oval parts of Daytona here. So unfortunately, Gran Turismo 7 doesn't really show the justice of the banking here at Daytona, but it is quite severe, ladies and gentlemen. It's trippy. It's quite trippy when you watch, say, a NASCAR go around, or a prototype going around at those crazy speeds as they hit that oval, and they could literally look down and see nothing but road. It's an eerie feeling. It's weird, but it looks really cool. And Kanji is just putting on a clinic on how to drive around Daytona. But I mean, OBR's Phoenix is right there. I mean, he is within that second still. He hasn't lost touch with our leader at all in this second stint here. Now, these are two-stop drivers here, I believe. So we're going to be seeing some pit stops coming from the rest of our field here pretty soon, ladies and gentlemen. So let's take a look. Let's take a look, shall we? We'll let TV crews take back over here for a little bit. So it is Kanji with the race lead, and he has a sweet livery on there, I can guarantee it. We just can't see it, unfortunately. But he is looking quite racy here today again. And this is his second stint, ladies and gentlemen, so he will have another stop coming at some point here in the race. OBR's Phoenix, much of the same thing as well, and he's going to be going in a little bit sooner than the race leader. You can see him diving in there right now, so maybe a miscalculation there by Phoenix. We'll have to wait to see how that plays out. We got Sweaty Palms, and he's coming around here, and he's on a little bit of a different two-stop strategy here, it seems like, as well. So he's going to yank it into pit lane here. Let's see what Mystery Man does as he's coming around. And this is his second stint as well, ladies and gentlemen. So it looks like 10 of our 12 drivers are on two-stop strategies here. It's going to be interesting to see how those two that are on the one-stop strategy, how that plays out for him here today. So Mystery Man and Kanji stay out. Phoenix in pit lane. Sweaty Palms in pit lane. What's Matt going to do? Matt stays out. That's going to give him third place there as all these guys have pit. Sooner Man has pit. Trone has pit. What is Fuentes going to do here? He's got a pretty good healthy amount of fuel in that car yet, so I don't think he's really opting to come in yet. No, he's going to go around and take a P4 here as all these guys have jumped into pit lane. Weeg and Williams, we know, are not going to pit, but I don't know if they're going to come out ahead of these guys. They might just be in behind this pack. So let's stick with these two as they're coming around. We got BFAM coming in, Nolan and BFAM coming in with that share. We got Antrone coming in with that like as well. Much love, everybody. Welcome in. Welcome in. Oh, you guys. I'm missing so much chat. Oh, and he is going to grab position, but does he hold it coming around turn 1? Because we know pit exit is at the end of turn 1 here. And it looks like Suderman and Sweaty Palms are all going to come out ahead here. So Weeg is only going to grab, looks like, one spot there. And so is Williams, maybe. Where's Trone at? No, Trone is going to slot just out in beside Williams as he coming into pit lane there. So Trone's going to have to give him the inside line there, and he's going to tuck in behind Williams. So Trone comes out in P10. SoCal's just coming out here. He's in 11th place, and Barry is going to come out very, very close to him as he comes around turn 1. So Kanji now coming into pit lane here as well. No Lander Gaming coming in with that thumbs up. How we doing, my guy? Let me catch up on some chat here. Don't know why I sent 100 stars again, but there you go. Hey, appreciate you, my guy. P1, been out from the whole race. Trone, careful on turn 1. Howdy, buddy. Hope you're well. Hey, we're doing good. Hope you're well as well. Hope your stream is fantastic, my dude. Just ask Corey. Let's go, y'all. Ouch. Little poke at the teammate there. So Mystery Man opting to stay out there, so that's going to give him the race lead. So our third race leader of the night here now belongs to Mystery Man. This is our third lead change of the evening as well. So 4 race leaders and 3 lead changes here so far, but 1 race leader leading the race twice now, and that is this driver right here, Kanji for VPR Racing. So Fuentes is going to come around here. He's going to take second place from Kanji as he's just doing his final pit stop here. He's going to come out very close in behind here, maybe even potentially right beside. And he's going to come out just in behind there as he comes out of pit lane. So right on top of that second place driver Fuentes is Kanji. Phoenix is going to come out here. He's in 4th place with Sweaty Palms right in behind in 5th. Suderman is there in 6th place. Matt now in pit lane. And I suspect we'll be seeing him come out fairly soon. Williams has championship leader all over the rear bumper of him here right now. So let's see if Trone's going to try and work his way around quickly, or if he's going to try and work together with Williams a little bit to catch up to 7th place Weigla, but again, you're pushing a teammate to another teammate, so that may not exactly work out in your benefit as the guy doing all the pushing. Gary coming in with that thumbs up as well. Much love. Welcome in, everybody. Appreciate everybody stopping through here this evening. It's absolutely fantastic. It is Trone Kobe, though. He's in 9th here, and he's going to push. He's going to press. He's on fresher tires, and he's got a full tank of fuel. I think the strategy here for Trone is going to be just send it here the rest of the race. What do we got? About 8 laps remaining, give or take. 7.5, we'll call it. And I think he's just content sitting there now. So Matt in 10th. We got SoCal here. He's grabbed that P11 with, of course, that unfortunate incident there we see with Barry. And Barry is going to be in for a long haul on a long run here for this final stint. Hopefully he won't need to stop again. Looks like some fun for us Expendables to hop in sometime. Hey, Jamie. That's not what I meant to do. Alright, sorry chat. Had a little moment of distraction there for a second. My bad. So there's still Mystery Man leading this race here now. He may be trying to push the rest of this race potentially here. Kanji chasing in 2nd place, and there is a pretty good gap there between Kanji and Mystery Man. We have Fuentes here in 3rd place, and he's got OBR, Phoenix, and Sweaty Palms from Flying Fox Racing really starting to try and put some pressure on him here. In 4th and 5th place right in behind. Suderman here in 6th with Weigla in 7th. So that one stop has got him right in the middle of the pack here. So that's interesting. His teammate right there in behind in 8th place as well. And these two are getting close together. They may link up here. Trone Colby right there in behind in 9th place, chasing with Matt just off in the distance there, holding up the top 10 spot here tonight. And then it's SoCal, who had a very rough start to the race, but he's done a great job of making up ground and getting back into the pack of this race. And Barry here, we see him having just a little bit of an incident. He's a little bit off the beaten path here, but he's still not too far away either. A mistake by one of those drivers in the back part of the pack, and that could be enough for him to potentially be fighting for a a position change. Sweaty Fox from Flying Palms. Bob is on it tonight, chat. Bob is on it. So Mystery Man here, and he's looking good. Kanji in 2nd place. So where is Mr. Mystery Man? He's just coming out of the infield sector here right now, and he's actually starting to close in on, I believe that's C. Barry up ahead of him. Kanji here in second place, and he's just coming into the infield sector, so that goes to show the gap between those two drivers here right now. Fuentes is here in third place with Phoenix and Sweaty Palm still chasing. They're still chasing, and they're getting a little bit closer here, it looks like, as well, as we're coming around this first horseshoe here. So yeah, definitely closing the gap up there on the third place driver, Soonerman. Trying to close up a little bit there on this pack as well. He wants to get involved with that fight. Weeglib here is doing a great job in 7th place, and then he's got a little tiny bit of a gap now to Williams and Trone and Matt here in 8th, 9th, and 10th place. Trone, I'm really shocked, isn't looking to get around here. Maybe he's just not having his best day here. Maybe this is a little bit of strategy from Trone for here today. Maybe he's just not too worried about how things settle out in this race. I'm not 100% sure. Maybe he just didn't get enough practice in. Maybe the car's not running 100%. It's just really bizarre to see Trone so far back in the field when he's doing such a great job all season long. So Mystery Man having to come into pit lane. He could not make the rest of the race. So is this just going to be a splash and dash situation from this driver, or are we going to see him take a fresh set of tires? If I were him, I'd be splashing and dashing and getting right out of here right now. But let's stick with him here and see what he does. Kanji should grab the spot back. I mean, this is a long pit delta here for such a short pit entry, and it is going to be a tire change, so I'm a little bit surprised to see a tire change here. That's going to, I mean, granted, it's only about 5 seconds or 6 seconds for the tire change here, but that should give Kanji the race lead back from Mystery Man here. And the least amount of time he can spend in pit lane, the better for him here right now. Let's see where he comes out in comparison to Kanji, who's been leading the majority of this race, and he's going to take that race lead back. So our 4th lead change of the day goes to Kanji, ladies and gentlemen, and he's the 3rd time now that he's led this race. Mystery Man slots out just a few seconds in behind here in 2nd place, and honestly, the tire change is the time that cost him 1st place. I think he would be right in behind or be in front of Kanji if he opted not to take tires there. Phoenix is now closed right in on Mystery Man here, as well as Sweaty Palms in 4th place. We got Soonerman here in 5th. Weeglib is now up into 6th place, and Williams is up into 7th. Trone up into 8th. Matt in 9th. Fuentes here in 10th. And SoCal and Barry here in 11th and 12th. So I'm not sure what happened to Fuentes here, but late pit stop perhaps, I think it was, if my memory serves me correctly, but it's not quite as good as it used to be. So Kanji doing a really great job here. Lap 21 to 25. We've got well, about 4.5, 5 to go. And this young man has looked quite good all night long here again. So going to be looking to take home another race win here potentially. Mystery Man in 2nd place here as well, and OBR's Phoenix rounding out our podium currently here on the racetrack. Sweaty Palms is right there. You can see he's got about 2.5, 3 second gap to OBR Phoenix's 2nd place driver. 3rd place driver, haha, Soonerman here in 5th place. So 2 Flying Fox drivers right again in front of each other here. We have Weeglib and teammate Williams here in 6th and 7th from Stealth Racing. Trone and Matt now closing up. So Trone needs to do something. He needs to decide to either get around here or allow Matt to catch up, and that's going to give Matt enough momentum to potentially grab both positions. So Trone has a decision to make here, and ooh, look at that defensive move there from Williams. Trone went down the inside. Williams went to defend that move off, and he is going to hold Trone off here coming into turn 1. So Trone finally opted that he was going to try and make the move here, and side by side into turn 1. Ooh, and they were tire to tire there, ladies and gentlemen, and that is going to cost Trone there. As you can see, Matt is going to slot just up in front there, so moving up into P8 is Matt. Trone's dropping down into P9, so ooh, real hard on the brake surface, Trone. Kobe coming into the horseshoe there, so Trone struggling to get back around these drivers here right now, and he's going to settle into 9th place here, as that was a great move there by Matt. So seen an opportunity and absolutely jumped on it, grabbing that position. Now he's going to try and track Williams down and not let Trone Kobe respond here. SoCal and Barry in 11th and 12th. Let's get back up to the front, see what it's looking like here. We got Kanji still looking pretty strong coming into the bus stop here on lap 22. Mystery Man just entering there with Phoenix not too far behind. Sweaty Palms just right there as well. might see some battling happening here before the end of this race. For podium position, we have Suderman in 5th place, Weeg in 6th with Williams right there in 7th. We've got CB Matt here in 8th place, and Tro Kobe losing out there a little bit, down into 9th. So Fuentes here in 10th, SoCal in 11th, and Barry in 12th place. But it looks like this man right here, with just 3 laps remaining, ladies and gentlemen, including the lap that they're on, of course, could be getting a clean sweep here today with the pole position, the race win, and the fastest lap on the racetrack. But there is still a couple laps for that fastest lap to most certainly be challenged, and anything can happen, and he could easily lose that P1 position here as well. Mystery Man here in 2nd place, and he's opened it up a little bit on our 3rd place driver Phoenix, not by much, but easy comfy little half seconds since the last time we checked in here. And he is on fresher tires, different tire compounds between the 2 drivers though, so that's going to be interesting. We got Sweaty Palms here in 4th place, and this is a driver who opted to not change some tires and just take fuel last pit stop. So it's some different strategies here. We got Sooner in 5th, we've got Weeg in 6th. Matt has now moved up into 7th, so Matt has gotten the job done. He has managed to get his way around Williams here and grabbed himself 2 spots here very late in the race. So playing it right and playing it smart and looking real solid here at the end of this race. Tro Kobe's now gotten back into this fight here. He's in that slipstream of Williams now, and is he going to be able to get back out in front of Williams and start to challenge Matt again? He didn't look like he got the greatest run out of that corner there coming into these first ovals, but slipstream should help pull him back in a little bit here. So no Tron, I know, right? Very uncharacteristic from Tron here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, that is for sure. But he is in that slip. He is closing in. He's not going to have the time, I don't think, unless he makes a move going into the bus stop here. But nope, he is just going to settle in behind. He's going to try and get a really good run here, and he's going to use this next set of ovals to try and get that position from Williams here. So we're going to stick with it here just for a minute. We're keeping our eye on everything else that's happening on the track there. 2nd and 3rd place are really starting to close up a little bit, I think. So I could be 3rd and 4th, though. I could be mistaken. But it is Tron. He's looking on the outside here. Does he have the momentum to get around Williams here? He's given plenty of room. He's trying to use that banking to get as much momentum as he can, and he's not going to get it done, so he's going to have to get it done on exit here. And blocked off there by Williams. A little bit of contact there from Tron, and Tron is just having a heck of a time getting around Williams here. So Williams has done a really good job at defending Tron here today, and Tron's just can't find his way around this driver right now. That big yellow car, easy to see, but boy oh boy, is it hard to get around. Tron took a look there. He did take a look, but he didn't want to just shove it in there. He's just, I think he's kind of waiting for Williams to potentially make a bit of a mistake, and that's when we're going to see maybe Tron try to pounce there. But it is Kanji here on lap 24, ladies and gentlemen. So he is very solidly in the lead here. He's got a good cushion. Phoenix is in 2nd place. He's got a cushion as well, but it's not quite as comfortable from 1st place. We have Mystery Man here in 3rd place now, so wasn't able to hold Phoenix off at all there for that extra podium position. Sweaty Palms is chasing here in 4th place, but he's running out of time. These 4 drivers have now started their final laps here. We have Suderman in 5th place. We've got Matt and Weeglib battling here, and Matt is going to get the job done. Weeg going a little bit high up the track, making contact with the wall there as well, so going to slow him down a little bit extra, and Matt grabbing another position here. So P6 for Matt, and he has been flying in this final stint. Weeglib here, he's going to drop down to 7th place. Tron has finally found his way around Williams here. Now he's trying to work on Weeg. He's got 1 lap to try and grab another position here, maybe 2. We got Williams in 9th, Fuentes in 10th, SoCal in 11th, and Barry in 12th. And let's get to our race leader, ladies and gentlemen, as he is just coming to the first set of ovals here, and he has got a pretty good, healthy gap on Phoenix. So I don't want to miss any of these good little battles happening here at the mid-pack, as we've got Trone taking a look on Weeg now, and right now he is ahead, so he does get the position on Weeglib here, and Trone has just decided that he's finally had enough. He's going to turn the afterburners on here in this Subaru BRZ. Can he reel Matt in now and grab yet one more position before the end of this race? Trone Kobe has just woken up, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome into the race, my man. Miller Time Gaming coming in with that thumbs up, and are we seeing yet another raid? Aye, Miller Time Gaming raid. Welcome, MTG guy fam. How are we doing again this evening? Boy, oh boy, are we feeling the love from our Facebook streamers here tonight. Nolander Gaming coming in with the raid just a little bit earlier now. Miller Time Gaming coming in. Much love, everybody. But right now, it's about this man, Kanji, coming in. He is going to take that checkered flag home for a P1 finish, race win, fastest lap, and pole position. The trifecta for that driver tonight. Phoenix is going to come around for a great second place finish, and that's going to be huge for his points. Mystery Man coming around here in a third place finish as well, so the podium did a great job here in Sweaty Palms. Just a little bit off that podium here tonight, finding a fourth place finish here. Superman coming right in behind in fifth place as well. Matt is going to come around, and he is going to hold Trone Kobe off here. He is going to get that P6 locked down, but boy, Trone sure did try to make a run, and he is going to get 7th place. Weeglib is going to come in, and our one-stop drivers here in 8th and 9th place, but Fuentes is there challenging. Who is it going to be? Oh, it's going to be Williams right at the line, as Fuentes just ran out of racetrack there, tried to make the run, but he just couldn't quite get it done, and it's a P10 there for Fuentes. That was a great attempt. We have SoCal just coming across there in 11th place, and Barry is just making his way into that bus stop here right now. This driver having an unfortunate incident, a little bit late mid part of this race, and he made contact with that invisible turn 1 wall there, and took some heavy front end damage in that BRZ, and then from that point on he was just behind the ball chasing these guys. But he is going to bring this thing home for 12th place today and lock in some 12th place points. So really great job here by all our drivers on track. This is round 9. We only got one more time with our groups here, ladies and gentlemen, and then we're going to send them off for a well-needed rest and off-season. So congratulations here to Barry, as he's going to take that checkered flag home. He's just going to go Ross Chastain that up into the wall, showing a little bit of displeasure there perhaps, but hey, he still kept that car rolling all race long, even after a really hard hit into turn 1 there. And 12 place points, man. 12 place points. There's always a positive and every negative, ladies and gentlemen, so got to take it as it comes. Does someone have a link to learn more about this league or how to join? Absolutely, Travis. If you just give me uno momento, I will toss one in on the chat for you. Alright, I'm gonna go throw that in the YouTube channel here for you right now, my man. I do apologize if I seen that late. That was not my intention, but it happens. I get so distracted in what I'm doing sometimes that I forget about the YouTube channels. So, in the Flatout YouTube is the Discord link, my man. Just jump into that Discord server there, and then the guys will direct you to whatever it is that you want to know. So that was some great racing there, ladies and gentlemen. Huge shout out to these guys, and I mean, what else can we say? But let's go do some podium, shall we? Give these guys a chance to round themselves up here. So it was Kanji in first place, and then it was OBR's Phoenix in second, and of course Mystery Man rounding out that podium here tonight in third place, ladies and gentlemen. So great job to all those drivers here today.
Introducing RS30 Ultra, the first sim racing wheel and pedals designed by a professional championship racer. With RS30 Ultra, you'll race like a pro and feel like one too. By GTR Simulator. Go fast.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, a little ad, of course, from one of our title sponsors, our GTR simulators. Again, much love to our title sponsors here, of course, Apex Racing Team, ladies and gentlemen, and GTR simulators that we just seen on the screen there just a few short seconds ago. We are presenting for, of course, Flatout Racing North America, and this was round 9 at Daytona Road Course. This was our final division of the week here for round 9 at Daytona, our Pro-Am 2 lobby, and that was pretty good racing. And again, right at the end of the race, these guys showing off and putting a little bit of fireworks and giving us a little bit of excitement to send it all off with. So we're just giving these guys a chance, if they opt to come in and jump in for podium interviews. Of course, it's not mandatory due to the race was ran on Sunday evening. So some of these guys may have work or school or whatever the case may be. So we're just going to give them a few minutes and we're just going to talk about the race. So we definitely seen a two-stop heavy dominant race here from our BRZs, and I'm not too surprised to see that. We did speculate that is what we would see at the beginning of the broadcast when we're talking about what to expect here and where we're racing and what the settings are and all that great stuff that we do at the beginning of the broadcast here at GT45 Gaming. And that's exactly what we've seen. Now, we've seen some pretty typical two-stop strategies. You see a short, medium tire stint with two soft tire stints and just try to limit the amount of fuel you need to take each stop. And then we've seen some modified two-stop strategies. We've seen some soft tire runners to start with, taking short, medium stints, low fuel, try to maximize the time on your medium tires while you're low on fuel, and then just to go and jump back on those soft tires. Now, soft tires weren't too much of an issue here at Daytona. The fuel was the big concern, not only for our Pro-Am 2 lobbies, but all of our lobbies throughout the whole weekend series. So not too shocked to see the two-stop strategy really prevail here, but we did see two drivers and the two Stealth Racing boys with Weeg and Williams try to pull out a one-stop strategy here. Unfortunately for them, it just didn't work out for them here today, and it put them down in the back part of the mid-pack. But it was definitely was a great effort on their part to try and make that one-stop strategy work. But at the end of the day, they just had to use a slower race pace to make it work, and that just cost too much time for them on the track at the end of the day. So unfortunate for those two guys, but they'll bounce back and of course be back for our final round next weekend at Tokyo. And now it is Tokyo East clockwise as well, ladies and gentlemen. So we're heading to Japan. We're doing some road circuit racing for our finale here this weekend coming, pardon me. And it's going to be interesting. It is going to be interesting. I assume we're going to see full grids for the finale, as that's usually the way she works out. And full grids and walls and tight racing and fast drivers. Should be some interesting finale races here, I think, coming this weekend. So I'm just buying time for our podium guys, ladies and gentlemen. At this point, it doesn't actually look like we're going to see any here tonight, so that's all right. It's not something that's mandatory, obviously, but let's just go through it. Let's do our regular rigmarole here. All right, so third place, ladies and gentlemen, does go to Mystery Man. I don't know much about Mystery Man. He's a mystery. What can I say? But he definitely had a great race. He had great pace. He did lead the race at one point in time for a while. And I think that if he was going to be able to do a little bit of fuel saving there, maybe take a little bit of extra fuel in that second pit stop and account for that third stop to try and push it out there, he may have been able to etch out a win there over Kanji. Unfortunately, that late pit stop costing him and dropping him down into second place when he came out of that second pit stop. I believe it was on lap 21 or 22 that he had to go in for fuel. And then, of course, he did manage eventually to lose that position on... Oh, fantastic, my guy. That sounds beautiful. And then eventually finishing still on the podium, but not on that second highest step on the podium, dropping himself down into P3 here today. But it wasn't for a lack of having a good race. He had a fantastic race, and he should not be too upset about his position. He had good, clean battles all race long, and the battles, like I said, throughout this whole race tonight were very clean and precise. These guys just made the move, made it stick, and they kept on down the road. So not a lot of drama here in our Pro-Am 2 lobby tonight either. A little bit of turn one pushing and shoving, but other than that, These guys really kept it neat and tidy all night long. So congratulations to Mystery Man. Again, he's a bit of a mystery to me. I don't know anything about this driver as of right now, but I am definitely looking forward to starting to learn more about this driver as, of course, we see him continue to race here at Flatout Racing North America. In second place was OBR drivers Phoenix. OBR standing for Overtake Boys Racing, ladies and gentlemen. And these OBR guys, they're quick. They've got some good race pace in their respective divisions. They're very strategic, smart racers, and he had a good strategy tonight. It wasn't a whole lot different from the race leader and eventual race winner strategy here tonight. He just needed to stretch out a couple more laps on that middle stint there to match up what Kanji did to eventually bring home a race win here today, and he might have had a shot at the top of the podium here today. The pace was there. He definitely matched them. When he was able to be there and be with them, he could keep up with them. So I think if the strategies would have been similar between our first and second place drivers, I think Phoenix had a legitimate shot at battling for a race win here at the end of the race today. But nonetheless, still a fantastic race from this driver. And, he is one of those drivers that likes to lead the race, I think, and control the pace of the race from the front. We see that in his race starts. He tries to absolutely make moves as quick as possible to try and find his way to the front. And today, it just didn't quite work out for him, but still a very solid second place finish. And that is going to be huge for him going into round 10. That is going to tighten up them points a little bit in that championship standings. So I can't even begin to tell you if a driver has a championship lockdown or not. 2 drop rounds have yet to be factored into the season, and that's not going to be done until the end of round 10. So we're not even going to know who our champions actually are. Even at the end of the races this weekend, we're all going to have to stay tuned to the pages and the socials for special announcements to crown our actual division championship winners. But with that being said, before I go over to our first place driver as well, ladies and gentlemen, is the Pro-Am. As you all know, we have a Pro-Am 1 and we have a Pro-Am 2 division. Now, Pro-Am 1 used to sit on Tuesday nights here at the beginning of the season until No Liner Gaming came into and stepped into the commentary team here at Flatout Racing North America, and of course, has taken on that Pro-Am 1 lobby live. So the boys got promoted there, and they've been racing fantastic all season long, and it was really a well-deserved promotion for the Pro-Am 1 guys to get put up to live. And I mean, we would have loved to have put the Pro-Am 2 guys right there with them as well. We just unfortunately don't have enough broadcasters for when the guys are racing, but he's been doing a great job, and he's been there's been some great racing over there in that Pro-Am 1 division as well. So we see it here in the Pro-Am 2 division as well, but these guys are a little more controlled and strategic in Pro-Am 2, where in Pro-Am 1, it's not that they're not controlled or strategic, but they're a lot more feisty, they're a lot more spicy, they're a lot more racy. So it's going to be interesting to see the two different styles from the two divisions mashed together, because we're going to take top X amount of guys from Pro-Am 1, top X amount of guys from Pro-Am 2, we're going to smash them on the track, and those drivers are racing for Pro-Am supremacy, ladies and gentlemen. So it's not even done for the Pro-Am guys after this weekend's round 10. There is going to be a bonus race and a bonus fight for the championship in the Pro-Am side. Extra race just for all you amazing fans out there from Flatout Racing North America. And boy, oh boy, I can tell you it is all on the minds of these Pro-Am drivers right now, especially those ones at the top end of the standings. It is anybody's game. We know who the fast drivers are from both sides of the divisions. Who's going to take it from that? We just have to wait to find out. What can I say? But now, all things aside, we've been stalling here just to see if anybody pops in. We are going to move to our first place driver, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, that is Kanji. Now, this is just a young man, ladies and gentlemen. I believe he's still in school, or he's just out of school. So he's very young man. He's very quick. You could tell he's got some great pace out there. And I don't know too much about this young man as of right now, but I definitely know the guy to go talk to about that for sure. Kanji does it again, VPR's young gun. Hey, absolutely, and he is quick. So he is, of course, VPR Racing, ladies and gentlemen. And Kanji does come into the league off a referral based off of Chip Reese. Now, Chip Reese is in our amateur division, as we all know. And there's a big backstory to all this, and we won't get into it right now because I don't want to take away from this young man's great race. I mean, he started on pole position, so clearly fastest guy in qualifying. He gets a clean race start. He held the whole first stint down in the lead. He only gave that lead up to pit stop, and then he got it right back when the full sequence of pit stops started. So he led the race for the whole second stint, and then he made a short second stint. Again, one of those modified two-stop strategies our race winner was on, and he went in quite earlier than the rest of the guys. So he gave up the race lead for a few laps to Mystery Man, and Mystery Man unfortunately couldn't take the rest of the race home on what he had for fuel. Had to come into pit lane, and that allowed Kanji to go ahead and take that race lead back for the final time, and he did not give that thing back up. He won that race decisively. That's 2 races, 2 wins for this driver. Imagine what could be if he was in here right from the beginning of the season. It would be a much different story up at the top of them standings for sure. I think if this driver had the opportunity to run the full 10-week season here this season. So bright future here for this young man, Kanji, and can't wait to see what he has in the finale at Tokyo. It's a very difficult track, so it works for some drivers, and for some drivers it's just your worst nightmare. And it'll separate the men from the boys for sure. Tokyo will this coming weekend. So 19 years old. I'll appreciate you, Chip. 19 years old, ladies and gentlemen. So he's still got his whole life ahead of him, and he is quick on track already. So just getting into it, and look out, because he has got some potential, folks. I got to tell you. So what else can I say? But congratulations to all 12 of our drivers, right from first to 12th place. It was some great racing. Again, really only one real major unfortunate incident that we caught on camera as far as Barry went getting into that turn 1 wall was really unfortunate. We hate to see it. But you know, he got that car fixed up. They taped her all together. They did what they had to do to the body to get that thing back on the track, and he still finishes this race on the lead lap with the rest of the guys. So great job there by Barry and the team behind the wall to keep the man on track and running. Points are points, ladies and gentlemen, and that is the thing that we definitely need to consider as drivers when we're championship racing, when we're league racing. Doesn't matter if you're in first or you're last, you're still getting points, and they matter at the end of the season. So much love to everybody, to all the volunteers behind the scenes here that keep everything running on the racetracks, and of course at Flatout Racing North America with an 85 plus driver pool and growing quickly for season 3. There is a lot of work that gets done behind the scenes, so we see you volunteers, we hear you, we love you, and we do appreciate you, and we can't do it without you. So thank you for everything that you guys and gals do to keep the cogs nice and clean and moving efficiently, because it would be a mess without you. And I mean, what else can we say? It was some great racing. These guys just never disappoint. It doesn't matter if we're right from our amateur division right to our elite division. There is just hot, great racing, clean, fast, fun action across the board here at Flatout Racing North America. Absolutely incredible stuff. And I mean, great job to everybody. It was some fun racing again here tonight. David coming in with that thumbs up as well. Much love, my dude. But I mean, that's it. Yeah, until Saturday now for Flatout Racing North America. We got nothing else for you as far as racing goes here tonight. So I mean, it's sad, I know, right? But stay tuned. We will be here with some regular content for everybody this week as we sort out our 1080p live streams for everybody for the finale weekend. We got James. Hey, go Stealth Racing. Good job, brother. Good job. Good attempt on that one stop there tonight, my man. All right, so we are rocking and rolling here. I'm just trying to get things sorted out on the stream end of things. There we go. Fantastic. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, what is going down this weekend? Well, I'm going to tell you. Let's lay the schedule out for everybody, all right? It is going to be round 10, last but not least from Flatout Racing North America. All 5 divisions racing for a championship title. Who's going to be crowned Uno, number 1, the king, the GOAT in each division? Well, you're going to have to tune in to find out, ladies and gentlemen. So, Let's break it down for everybody. Amateur division at 9 p.m. Eastern time on Saturday, and that is going to be done by myself and the amazing Nolander Gaming in the comms box with me, like we've been doing for a large portion of the season. And things are going to sound a little bit different for everybody this weekend, so get excited because it is going to be an absolute stand-up race. It appears that a championship is secured over there in the amateur division, but again, without the raw drop rounds being factored in, we don't know for sure. So everything is up for grabs here, ladies and gentlemen. And then we go into Sunday. Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern time is the Elite Division finale being broadcast right here on GT45 Gaming and Flatout Racing North America. And then at 9:30 p.m. Eastern time, it is that absolutely action-packed fire series in that Pro-Am 1 lobby. Those guys have been absolutely crazy spicy over there all season long. We'll be live on Nolander Gaming. And then we'll have Pro and Pro-Am 2 done Monday and Tuesday for everybody's viewing pleasure to see who's going to settle where and who's going to wear the crown in each of our divisions. I hope everybody's enjoyed the season. I hope everybody's enjoyed the races. And I hope everybody tunes in this weekend and comes to show us the love. We want to see you in huge numbers, fans. Tell everybody you know, tell your friends, tell your family, tell everybody you know that loves Flatout Racing North America. Remind them that it's finale night this weekend, and then we're on a break. There's not going to be any more racing for a few weeks from Flatout, so you don't want to miss it, folks. It's all or nothing for some of these drivers. It's all going to be on the line in round 10. It's going to be action-packed. It's going to be hot. It's going to be spicy. It's going to be a little bit of everything, chat. It's going to be messy. It's Tokyo, baby. It's Tokyo. Thank you, everybody, for watching. I am your host for the evening, GT45 Gaming, and I hope everybody enjoyed the hype. Nice race, Kanji. Congrats to the podium finishers. Looking forward to it. We'll have to skip a bit of Rolex 24 for this. Oh, now that is some love right there. That is some love right there. Appreciate you, John. All right, ladies and gentlemen. I really hope everybody's enjoyed the broadcast. And I mean, we are going to try and bring the best I've ever brought this weekend for everybody from Flatout Racing North America. So stay tuned, because it's going to be a good one. Thanks for being here. We appreciate y'all. If you haven't liked and shared already, if you wouldn't mind doing so on the way out, that'd be fantastic. It's free to do. It costs you nothing. It just helps the page grow. And if you love what you're seeing here at GT45 Gaming and Flatout Racing North America, hit that subscribe or that follow button and turn on those live notifications so you'll never ever miss another great moment of the action. We love you. We'll see you soon. Stay safe out there. Have a great day at work tomorrow or today if you're already there. And most importantly, ladies and gentlemen, stay winning, because you all matter.